Welcome back for another edition of Live from Redhook here at the Function House. Tonight we would like to welcome our special guest DJ, Kristen Morales.
Hello, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're excited to have you.
Thank
first
you.
time we fucked up on the flyer and she
The
she didn't show up on us.
They call me a little bit of a princess, so I just want a flyer, man.
We
That's
had
all.
we had to hire like a special graphic designer to
Lies.
actually do the flyer this week.
Lies, no.
You're the first professional flyer.
The
we've
first professional flyer ever that we
Now
paid
they're roasting me as soon as I get on.
we paid a lot of we couldn't pay the camera guys this week because we had to pay the flyer
Sorry,
guy.
guys.
No, we're just joking. Well, thanks for coming down.
You're welcome.
Finally making it.
Yes,
Season
finally.
2.
There we
Right?
go.
First female DJ for season 2.
Yep.
Right?
Yay.
Second female
Lady
DJ.
DJs.
Secent female DJ, right? Who do we have? Melissa Nikita.
Melissa Nikita.
Yep. So tell us a little bit about your DJ career. First, tell us how you got the bug to
How I
start.
started.
Well,
how
tell
you
us
got-
where you come from.
Yeah, where do you
where,
come from?
where do you where were you born and
I'm
raised?
from Queens. I was raised in Queens. That's where I grew up. I live in Brooklyn now. But I went to nursing school. I was with a DJ. So everyone's coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning, strolling in, and I'm doing nursing work that I didn't want to do. And I was like, what are you doing over there? Looking at the CDJs, touching some of the buttons, and that's where I got the bug from. So I was like, somebody better teach me.
So you recently started DJing.
A couple of years ago, so I've always been into music. Like, I'd always take the microphone. A family party was the time to go sing the Spice Girls. But, yeah, I mean, like 3 years ago is really when I started publicly DJing, I would say.
So are you playing Spice Girls at some of
No.
your gigs?
I think I started off learning open format from Scram Jones, Dalton, a bunch of those DJs, and then I kind of went into the underground scene, did my own thing, kind of found, my little niche, which was Dirty Sexy Only, so.
Talk to us about that. What is that? Dirty Sexy Only.
That's my formula. So I don't know if I want to really share, I'm kidding. It's the Krabby Patty formula from SpongeBob.
Okay.
Okay.
It's secret.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. It's deep house, deep tech house, techno, but it's all the way that I like to make it flow together.
So that's kind of like your brand?
Yeah, that's my brand. That's my formula, as I always say. So
Okay.
kind of what works, keeps ladies moving. I like to keep the ladies moving.
Very important, right?
So the open format was just not for you, but what gravitated you towards like the house music?
I mean, I was watching Deborah DeLuca, Adam Bayer at the time. I think it was like a lot of the drum code and techno, and I just kind of got interested in the way that you have to choose the music, select the music is it's a personal thing. It's not, you don't go into like a music pool website, so to speak. So that's why I just decided that I wanted to make everything a brand for myself. Instead of just hiring me as a DJ, you're hiring Kristen Morales. You're getting what I like to play, my formula. So it was more of a personal thing for me than just going there, maybe playing the same playlist over and over.
Yep. So how does what kind of work goes into creating this brand? Like in
A lot
terms
of
of like, so you got music preparation,
Yeah.
social media. Like, how's your social media game?
It's good. I wouldn't say I was the best at social media in high school, so it was kind of a different area for me to start, but I like it. I mean, it's a good way for promotion. It's a good way to put up my flyers. It's a good way to express myself musically.
And clearly, if the
Personally.
flyer is not right, if the flyer is not
Exactly. Well,
right,
I mean,
Can't
when
shut
you
it
are,
down.
Shut the show down. Right?
well, when you do have a brand, it gets touchy.
No, but it's funny though because I think it's important though, right? Like because you want to make sure that everything you do is right. So if it's not like
Or has a certain look to it.
yeah,
right?
so if it's not, and we've had a couple of people on the show that talked about that, like with pictures, like the pictures, like if somebody's taking photography of you DJing a gig, you want to make sure that they got the right shots, that it's crisp, because
Yeah, correct.
everything today resonates with pictures,
How you
right?
portray
so
yourself.
it's like if the picture's not right, then that may damage your social media game. But I
Yeah.
think what's really important is how you play music, right?
I think it's both important. You need to portray yourself in a certain way also professionally, I would say. As a female DJ, it's like everyone kind of wants you to stay a little bit sexual, but I want to say sensual is how I like to say. So, I mean, I do like to be a woman and a strong woman and, you know, I guess show myself off, so to speak, but it's more about the music, right? So I like to wear all black, and I don't go too far. So that's my image, is more
But I mean, I
all
think
black and gold. That's really what I like to wear.
but I think, you know, in today's DJ world, you know, women DJs are now taking it to another level. Because I mean, before, you know, the whole digital scene and social media and everything like that, I mean, it really was just a man's game.
That's
right?
true. That's
and
true.
now it's sort
There's
of
a lot
crossed-
of talented female DJs out there, and that's kind of where you want to keep your image a certain way, because as a female DJ, you do want to be taken seriously. So that's where.
There's some female DJs that you follow and that you
Yeah,
look up to?
I personally like Deborah DeLuca. She does this whole arm thing. She drops the beat, bam. She just looks very. It's cool when she does it. So, and she has really great music. I play a lot of her stuff. It's, to me, the techno that she plays, it keeps everyone moving.
Yep.
So that's what I like. I like energy. I like to keep people moving.
So you're gonna go see her when she comes to Brooklyn in May?
Oh yeah.
So who was
I'm
some of-
hoping to open up for her or something close for her.
Or maybe if she's watching, this is a
Hello,
it's a
pick
good
me.
plug.
So are there any other DJs that you follow or producers that you follow?
Yeah, I like Carlos Monaco. I like Adam Bayer, Ida Enberg. You know, very tech house, techno is really what I'm into right now. I like to listen to, there's like a new like kind of Afro tech house.
Yeah.
So I also like to listen to that, and I kind of
Kind
like
of has
to,
like the Latin flavor to it.
yeah, I
right?
like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
keep that. It has like a nice swing to it, so I keep those in my
Yep.
set too. It's kind of new. It's like a new thing everyone's doing now.
Yeah. So what goes into, you know, so you hit on something before about like, you know, open format DJs going into the record pools, you know, and getting their music that way, whereas with house music DJs, you get to be a little bit more selective, and you have to sort of seek other
I think
avenues.
it's like, you know, everyone wants to kind of be exclusive when
Right.
you're more of a house DJ, tech house DJ. So instead of me looking at what everyone else is playing, I want to know what songs work, but I don't want to pick that exact song. I want to pick a song that's similar. So it's more. It's a lot of more. I think for me, it's a lot more work. Anyways, it's a lot of hours sitting in front of the computer, going through music, making sure you like it,
So you're
trying
not
it out.
searching. You're not searching on like Beatport and Traxsource.
I mean, I do use Beatport, right? Because that's where I definitely don't rip any music. You know, the quality of music for me that's very important. So I do use Beatport, but I go through many different methods. So I would go listen to a DJ, see what they're doing. I get producers that send me music, you know, email, so I try it out. So that's not out yet. That's the best. I love that, you know, when people send me music, that's great.
And you're
goodie
also
bag.
producing yourself.
Yeah.
You have a record out, right?
Yes, I have a record out with DJ Ghazi. So A Day in Belize, that was my first. I just released a remix with Danny Espinal. He's a DJ and a producer. He's also my boyfriend, but it works out. So we made a remix to the French Montana song, Unforgettable. We released it on Friday at Central, at where I was DJing. So I got a good response from the crowd.
Good. So where could people find that record if they wanted to purchase it?
Right now you can go on SoundCloud. So it's going to be on my SoundCloud, Kristen Morales, or Danny Espinal. And we're probably going to release it on Beatport coming up in the next week.
Cool.
That's awesome. What about your gigs? You've played in a lot of places locally, in the local circuit.
Yes,
and-
definitely
and-
in Brooklyn. New York is definitely, you know, I think Brooklyn more, so to speak. But I did play EDC, which was
Yeah, talk to us
my
about that.
favorite. Well, my friend owns the marina, the World's Fair Marina.
Okay.
So all my friends, they gathered right over there, and all I heard was loud pounding music. And so it was like such a great feeling to know we're walking over there to go watch me.
Yeah.
So it was a wonderful feeling. It was crowded. There was a lot of people. Miss Jennifer went on right after me. It was really great. She's a good friend of mine. I love her music, so
That's dope.
It was
She's coming
awesome.
up on the show also.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lady DJs.
We actually got to hear her on
Saturday
Saturday night. We went to Output.
Oh yeah,
she-
with Chus and
Yeah,
Ceballos.
she opened up for Chus and Ceballos.
Yeah,
So
they're
that was-
wonderful too. Those are DJ and producers I love too. I play a lot of their music.
Yeah, we're big fans. I mean, Mike kind of looks like Juice a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it was.
You do
It
a
was
little
kind
bit.
of bad because we had to actually leave the club because like everybody was like coming up to me.
You should just be like, all right, let me on.
Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite places that you've played at in terms of the city, like clubs? What's your favorite room that you've played in?
I think Output. I played the Panther Room once or twice. That was definitely like vibe-wise my favorite room. I like when they keep it open
Right.
because then you can run from the main room to the Panther Room, and it's kind of like back in the day when they used to have 3 rooms you can run up and down. I
Yep.
love that. So that's probably my favorite room. Second favorite room, just because of the sound system, would be Space. They have a really strong sound system. Basically anywhere with a Function One.
Output sound system's amazing.
Yeah, it's a
is-
Function One sound system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's so? I mean, we were talking about it on Saturday.
We were actually talking about it on the dance
On the
floor.
dance
we were
floor.
having a conversation, and the music was still.
You stand right in the
blasting.
middle, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Sounded great.
you could talk on the dance floor and you could still hear yourself like this. Like we can have a conversation like this, but the music's
The
rumping.
walls almost vibrate sometimes, I feel like.
And it was. I mean, when we got there, it had to be about 12:30, and you couldn't move in there.
And we had to leave by 1.
Where'd you go?
We had to get
Oh.
out of
We
there.
had to leave. We had to leave. We were getting harassed. So you also do some traveling. You've played out in Cancun, right?
I've played in Cancun. Some of my friends are over there. Hello. I play sometimes spring break, Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend. So
How did you get hooked up with that? Who hooked you up with that?
Vinny Diamore owns Rock Spring Break, so he reached out to me. I actually played my first gig there at Oasis Beach Club. There was about 3,000 people. That was my first gig ever in public. It was amazing, though.
Were
I was
you-
a
were
little
you
nervous.
nervous? Yeah?
A
So
little bit.
So
I
this
flew
is the
there
these
by
are the
myself.
perks of being a female DJ.
Yes.
You know, my first gig was a Sweet 16 for 65 people, and her first gig was 3,000 people in Mexico.
Mine was like a church dance.
Yeah.
They
So,
made
like-
me get up there actually, and like a interview, so to speak, blend twice. This guy told me. I was like, okay. And after I did, he was
Oh,
like,
so you
"All
had
right,
to do like a
yeah,
tryout.
Of course, because
Sure that
I had to
she
make
oughta-
sure she knew how to mix. Yeah.
that's another thing about a female DJ. They're like, do you know how to mix? I'm like, yes. Once you do that, everyone's like, all right, come on.
That's good.
You
Well,
know how
no,
to DJ? Let's go.
Well, I mean, it's not just female DJs. There's a lot
Of
of
course.
male DJs that don't know how to mix.
Listen, if you don't know how to mix now,
I
if you
mean-
don't know how to mix in today's DJ world, like with all the technology, like whether it's a sync button or whether it's Tractor or
That's a touchy subject.
if you don't know how to mix now, it's that you have a problem.
Right.
You know, 'Cause they made
Well,
it really easy.
What's your thoughts on the sync button?
I mean, I used Tractor in the beginning of my career, but I feel like that's more if you have a long set, you want to get into more production, remix decks. Other than that, I play personally with a USB. I like it better. It's easier. I don't have to set up a million wires, but some people like it. I personally don't think you really need it.
I mean, it
Doesn't sound as good?
My thoughts on it is if you need it, use it because it sounds better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody wants to be in a club and hear a DJ train wreck. So if you need it, use it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if you know how to,
Or don't
to,
DJ.
I mean, the technical skill is the technical skill, but you need to know how to play music, right? So if you're not
Yeah.
playing the right music, then
Correct.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
you
matter
do.
if you can mix.
Choice of music is that's very important too.
Yeah.
It's both important. But I mean, I've moved away from that. I'm not saying it's bad. It's great for recording. Sometimes it's easier to record, but USB is definitely my favorite way.
So do you use Rekordbox also?
Yeah. Yeah, I like to analyze it on Rekordbox. I mean, it's pretty standard nowadays for that. So, but it's easy for me to just walk up anywhere, honestly, and plug right in.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
great.
keep a stick on your keychain.
And
It's
headphones.
just like that's it.
See, that's what you should have done. Hey, I'm Chus. Excuse me. If you had a stick, whip it right out and put it in. That's why.
The next time,
Mm-hmm.
next time, you know.
You want to let me know so I can see?
What could we expect from you in the next, like, in the upcoming 2 years or year? You gonna be getting into more production?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, production right now is really what I'm working on. Like I said, I live with a DJ producer, so he's helping me out a lot. I'm learning a lot about it. So I guess you can expect, I'm going to expand my brand. I'm definitely going to start heavy with the production, and I have a radio station show coming out, Dash Radio. You ever heard of it?
No.
So all Ford models are going to be coming out with this Dash Radio. It's almost like XM radio.
Okay.
And they're going to have it for 5 years in the car. So every Saturday, there's going to be an after-hour show, and that's going to be a 2-hour mix of mine.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's great.
So that's going to give me a lot. That's where I kind of want to showcase my production. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start doing that. And I pulled back from DJing as much as I was to be more selective in picking what I play, and I think that's very important. So I'm going to keep working on, I need to find a management that fits with what I want as my goals, and then move from there.
Okay,
and
so
go
right
international.
now, right now you're unsigned. You're not signed to any agency.
Yeah, right now I'm unsigned. I just haven't found anyone that really sees my vision the way I do, and I just want to go. I want to still play New York, Miami, Chicago, Philadelphia, and still go international also. So it takes a while. You have to kind of interview people, so to speak. They're taking charge of your career. So for now, I like to just be in control of it myself.
Now, you were also down in Miami for the conference.
Yes.
How was that down there?
It was good.
Yeah.
I played 2 shows. It went well. I feel like this year they had a lot of the DJs come together and play shows together. So there was a lot of big lineups with big names. And the music was, honestly, it was pretty good. It was phenomenal. At some of the parties, I went to the Hype Festival. That was great. Coco Drills have been doing their thing out in Miami, too. And they just played at Cielo this Thursday, I think.
Okay.
Past, and they had really great music.
Did you get the space out there?
To space?
Yeah, did you go to space?
Because you know what? They don't open it as often anymore. So I went there and it was like a reunion. It was packed. That's how it used to be. It was good to see everyone come out like that again.
So when you're not working, are you out politicking? You going to these parties and talking to people?
Yeah, I try to keep a balance. I don't like to party too much. This is my job, right? So I go out more to listen to the music, see how producers or DJs, like their style, what they do. Every once in a while, I'll be like, let's go out. I just want to go out. But there's a fine line. I usually stay in and just produce nowadays.
What equipment are you using production-wise?
Production-wise, I have Ableton. We're looking into the UAD interface so I can get all these plugins. That's a big thing. Everyone's been telling me either analog equipment or these plugins. So
Plugins are a lot easier.
yeah, that's what I heard. But you know, everyone I feel like keeps saying analog. So we'll see. I mean, that's the fun of it, to just play with everything.
It's also an expensive.
An expensive hobby.
Profession. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll make my boyfriend buy it. Had to throw that one in there.
So, did you prepare any music for us, or you?
Yeah, I mean, as a DJ, I prepare like a huge playlist of like 100 songs, and then I flow. So whatever I kind of want to play today out of all those brand new songs, that's what I'm going to play.
Okay, cool.
All right, great.
So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we're going to get Kristen Morales up on the CDJs.
Thank you.
Peace.